Chapter 8. The Invasion of Self. Amanda sat in front of a small mirror in her quarters, staring at her reflection. The face that looked back wasn't her own. Not anymore. The skin along her jawline was red and swollen, a faint purplish hue creeping along her neckline like tendrils of a bruise. Her hand trembled as she traced the outline of discolored patches, the sensation strangely numb. It was as though the skin no longer belonged to her, as though it had been detached, become something foreign and hostile. She splashed water onto her face, hoping to wash away the growing dread, but the blotches remained, spreading ever slowly just under the surface. "It's nothing," she told herself, her vision refocusing. "You're just tired. It's stress. It's gotta be." Deep down, she knew better. Ever since they had escaped that thing, she had felt it prodding at her mind. At first, it had been subtle, strange dreams or an ever-present weight pressing on her chest when she woke. Whatever the creature had done, it was still working on something inside her. She turned away from the mirror, trying to focus, to think of a solution. But her thoughts were slipping, sliding away like sand through her fingers. Panic gnawed at the edges of her consciousness. Stay calm, she reminded herself. Stay in control. As time passed, it became harder to hold on. Later, Kurt found her pacing in the small cockpit, her breath coming in short, frantic bursts. She was rubbing her neck, scratching at her skin as though trying to tear it away. "Amanda?" Kurt's voice was cautious, his concern etched into the lines of his face. "What's going on?" She didn't stop pacing. She swallowed hard. "Something's happening to me. I can feel it. In my skin, it's spreading. Kurt, I don't..." She couldn't finish. Her breath hitched as her fingers grazed the edges of her neck, where the skin felt swollen and taut. The blotches were deepening into angry streaks of purple and red. It burned now, a slow, steady fire under the surface. "Let me see," Kurt said gently, stepping closer. His eyes were tired, but there was still a spark of determination left in him. Amanda hesitated, but turned, exposing her neck and jaw. His face squinted as he examined her, but he said nothing for a long moment. Then, in a measured tone, "We need to get you to the medbay." She backed away from him, shaking her head. No, it's not gonna help. This isn't some infection. She faltered, her eyes wide and wild. "It's in my mind. It's the creature. It's got inside me. I can feel it." Kurt's expression darkened, but he remained steady. "Amanda, listen to me. Whatever this is, we'll figure it out. But you're not thinking clearly right now." "I am thinking clearly," she shouted, her voice shrill, echoing off the metal walls of the ship. "It's inside me. Don't you get it? It's still here, watching, waiting." She was losing it. She knew it. The panic had burrowed deep, and no matter how hard she tried to suppress it, it bubbled up, threatening to drown her. Her breath came faster, her vision narrowed into a tunnel. Kurt grabbed her shoulders, forcing her to look at him. "Amanda, breathe. Just breathe. We're gonna figure this out, okay? You need to calm down." His words barely registered through the haze of panic. Her pulse was pounding. The burning in her neck intensified, spreading across her jawline. "It's in me. It's in me." The thought looped over and over, louder and louder, until that's all she could hear. "I can't," she gasped, her chest tight. "I can't." "Amanda." Kurt's voice cut through the panic. "We're going to get to the medbay. Now." She was shaking. The world blurred at the edges, but she nodded. She didn't know what else to do. The burning on her skin felt like a fire beneath the surface, threatening to consume her whole. In the medbay, Kurt prepared a sedative while Amanda sat at the edge of the cot, her body trembling uncontrollably, her hands gripping the sides of the cot as if holding on to the metal frame would somehow anchor her to reality. "Just breathe," Kurt said, his voice steady but tense. "This will help you relax, but we need to get ahead of whatever this is." "I'm losing it," Amanda whispered, her voice hoarse. "I can feel it crawling under my skin. It's taking over. Kurt, it's..." Her words cut off as a violent spasm wrecked her body. She jerked forward. Her fingers clawed at her neck as the convulsions took hold, as her body seized uncontrollably. "Amanda!" Kurt moved quickly, injecting a sedative into her arm. She gasped. Her body twisted. The pain and fear distorted her features. Slowly, the sedative began to take effect. Her movements stilled, her breath slowed. Just before consciousness slipped away, she felt something stir in her mind. A presence, dark and cold, creeping into the space where her fear lived. In the darkness, Amanda's mind awoke. She was standing in an empty void, black and endless. The silence was deafening. Her senses felt dulled, like she was submerged in thick, icy water. The air was heavy, pressing down on her from all sides, though there was no sky, no ground, just black, stretching out forever. She turned, unsure where she would go, unsure if there was anywhere to go. The oppressive weight of the void pressed down on her, making her feel small, insignificant, alone. Then, she wasn't alone. A voice, deep and reverberating, filled with blackness. It didn't come from any one direction. It was everywhere at once, surrounding her. "Fascinating," the voice said, slow and deliberate. "You have come so far, and yet you still cling to such a fragile notion of self." She couldn't see who or what was speaking. "Who's there?" she called out, her voice trembling. There was a low, almost amusing chuckle. "Who, indeed? You felt me calling, haven't you? Clawing beneath your skin, lurking in the corners of your mind." She took a step back, though there was nothing to retreat from, just the black, endless, and cold. "The creature, you're the creature." "I am far more than that," the voice said, its tone shifting, a hint of hunger lacing the words. "You are interesting, Amanda, so very interesting. It's been some time since I've found one as resilient as you." She felt the presence smother her, like invisible fingers coiling in on her thoughts. "What do you want?" she demanded, her voice small and fragile. "To absorb you, of course." The voice replied casually, as though it were the most natural thing in the universe. "But not yet. No, not yet. You and maybe your companion. You amuse me. I want to see how far you can go, how long you can last before you break." Amanda clenched her fists, her nails digging into her palms. "We'll stop you," she said, though the words felt hollow. "We'll find a way." The creature chuckled again, the sound dark and thick, like oil seeping through the cracks in her brain. "You will try," it said, "and you will fail. But I look forward to watching you struggle." The void seemed to pulse, the darkness pressing in closer, suffocating her. "Sleep now, Amanda," the creature whispered, its voice like silk sliding through her thoughts. "We have plenty of time to play. My hole is growing closer." And with that, the darkness enveloped her. When Amanda opened her eyes, she was back in the medbay, her body drenched in sweat. Kurt stood over her, his face filled with concern. "Amanda?" he asked softly. "Are you okay?" She opened her mouth to speak, but the words wouldn't come. All she could feel was the alien mind in hers, lurking just beneath the surface, scanning. "No," she whispered finally, her voice shaking. "I'm not."